Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Clarity West, so you can just call me Clarity. And I'm a good friend of Chandi's, teacher Chandi, and I'm really happy that she invited me to be here today with you guys. I live in the Philippines on a small island called Palawan, and it's a beautiful island, but where you are and where I am, there's a big time difference. So when you're waking up in the morning, I'm just about to go to sleep. And that's why I'm recording this video for you guys today. I'm really happy to be here, and we're going to do an exercise that I like to call window making. And it's an exercise that I love to do, an art exercise, and I've been doing it for many, many years. I've done it with all kinds of age groups, anywhere from really young children, kids in grade 5. I've done it with adults. So many, many people have done this exercise. And some people also like to call these windows or window makers mandalas. And I might show you a few pictures of some mandalas so you can see what those look like. I'm going to explain the exercise that we're going to do today, and I'll just tell you a little bit about the tools that we need so you can get those together and make sure you have all your tools ready. We're going to start with our pencil. So we have a pencil, and we're going to need a plate and a piece of paper. And then I'm going to be working with pastels today. So these are my pastels. And you want to make sure that the plate or the circle that you're going to use to trace onto your paper can fit your paper size. So my plate just barely fits onto my paper, but it just fits right perfect. So make sure whatever circle that you're going to trace onto your page can fit onto your piece of paper. Okay, now that we have all of our tools ready, I'll just walk you through what we're going to do with our tools now. So basically, take your piece of paper and your plate or your circle, whatever you're going to use to trace, and trace that circle shape onto your page. And then once you're done that, put a dot or another tiny little circle right in the middle of that big circle. Now it can be as big or small of a dot. I mean, it doesn't have to be right perfect in the center, but try to find the center. Okay. So that's going to be the basis of our project today. And if you're not working with pastels, if you're working with paints, you can get your paints out and get those ready if you want to work with pencil crayons. The reason I chose to work with pastels today is they're just really fun to work with. They just blend really well. You can smudge them with your fingers. You can be messy. Pastels you don't need to be perfect with. You can just have fun with them. That's why I chose to work with those. Okay, so now that you have your circle ready and you have your materials ready, I'm going to explain a little bit about the exercise. So it's very simple. There's not going to be that much explanation, but basically you're going to just start to fill in that circle however you like. And you can use whatever images or colors come to mind. You could use shapes, you could use animals, you could use anything you want, and just working within that circle. And there's just an infinite amount of possibilities that you could do for painting, drawing, or coloring within this circle. And I'm so excited and curious to see what you guys come up with. When I started it, I realized right away that I really wanted to go outside of the lines of the circle. So of course you can do that too. I started within the circle and then I worked my way out. So Some of you may want to keep within the circle. Some of you may want to go outside of the circle. The thing that I did with this piece, and I like to do with these, and what sort of makes them mandalas or makes them unique, is once you've worked within your circle and you've created some images or you use some colors, then you can start layering other colors on top of those. So for example, when I was working on this one, I started with these background colors, and then I used green and the brown of the roots to define or outline certain parts in my image. So you could work with black, because black is really great. It can work as sort of, that's what creates the sort of the window, because you're looking at the black lines and then you're looking into the image sort of when you're using the black to make outlines or shapes on top of the colors you've already used. Or you can use a color like blue or green or whatever color you want. I used green here to outline my circle after. So once you worked on your image quite a bit on the inside, then take another color or a darker color and trace around the outside of your circle. And then maybe even use some different images or a different color to trace and do some lines on top of your image. So that's what sort of creates the mandala effect or the window effect. And then I just put some words around here and just did some little details after. So that's just a little tip. So please go ahead and get started. You can start working on your circles right away, or your windows as I call them. And yeah, just have fun with it. I'll put some music on and we can just do some art here together. Thanks so much for doing artwork with me today. I really love doing this exercise and I hope that you guys did too. So enjoy the rest of your class and I hope we'll get to see you again soon. Bye everyone.